Cunning on Kiss.
All right. Welcome back to Country and Western Radio.
All right, me old mucker, how you doing?
I can tell you, I'm back on the other side with Merka, and I can tell you've just come from Somerset. This is obviously heavily influenced.
I have got muddy trousers, yeah.
Merka, the return of Merka. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm splendid, mate, and you?
I'm good, mate. You know, I say this every time you come here, but you are officially the most visited guest.
Well, you know that's not going to change now.
Well, it's not. It's constantly we're playing catch-up. I mean, you release an album every 4.5 months, so it's...
Well,
impossible.
I see you, early next year then?
Yeah, exactly. How you been? You been good?
I've been really good, man. I've been, had a funny year, ups and downs as always.
Everyone does,
I'm on and up now. I'm really enjoying myself, rather happy.
Brand new album, third album, Make and Do. What's it all about?
It's all about me. It's really self-centered, really. No, I did it all on my own. I've done a lot of tracks with a lot of people. But when it comes to writing, when I knew I wanted to do another Breaks album, I really wanted to just
be very self-indulgent.
Be very, very self-indulgent. So I did. I set out with a plan. Wanted to sample as many things as I could, complete, sort of make a complete kind of collection of my own sounds that no one else would know where they came from. No one else would have them. Something that was totally me, and then sort of build it up from there. Just so I knew myself that I'd kind of I'd seen it through. I'd sort of set out with a plan in mind, just to create my own sound. I didn't really know what it was. I just I knew how I wanted to do it. I didn't know what I wanted to do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the thing is that's what set you apart from everyone else. You know, when you hit the scene with your style of music, it really was, leaps and bounds away from a lot of what everyone else was doing. Very sort of kind of film schooly something, which isn't, terribly, new that other people have done it, but the way that you kind of put the stuff together and the breaks and stuff was, was definitely very original and very fresh for the scene, and still is.
Yeah, and it's nice that people appreciate it, because I'm not trying to be different, I'm not trying to push the boundaries.
You're just generally weird.
I'm just generally a bit odd, and it comes through my music. No, I'm just trying to do my thing, and it turns out to be pretty different from everyone else. So, it's a great thing for me, because I feel like people know what I sound like. But it's also great because, people haven't taken any offence by it, or closed any doors. It's really just opened things up for me, and it's just made me more confident to carry on doing that, because I've never felt like I've had to do a certain thing.
Mate, it's a good attitude to have. I mean, at the end of the day, you obviously don't conform to what, people are playing around you.
Yeah, but it's not like this kind of mission that I'm on. It's funny because it's only in interviews, and when I do interviews for press or radio,
you realise what you're actually doing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not.
That's a beauty of the innocence about that. There really is such a naivety. I didn't realise I was changing the world. I was just doing what I was doing.
Something like that, Jay. Something like that.
So, third album, Make and Do. Musically, how has this kind of sort of progressed from Berserker, your last album? Your last album as Merka.
As Merka, yeah. My last Breaks album, I did a hip hop one, and that was a completely different thing. But this is definitely another Breaks thing, which has always been my favourite thing to produce. It's kind of different in the way that I wanted it to be a bit more controlled and a bit more. I didn't want to kind of trick anyone into thinking it sounded good. I wanted them to find out themselves if they liked it or not. So I tried to kind of make everything clear on it, show real intention with it. Berserker was like a patchwork of everything that was going on in my head and everything that was around me. But with Make and Do, I tried to have a bit more kind of intention and, just try and piece it together so everyone could hear how it had come together, rather than just be rather than being a wash of sound and textures. I wanted it to be a proper album.
That's what we like.
Piece
we like
of music.
There's no point in putting 12 dance tracks on a CD.
Well, I couldn't if I wanted to. I don't think anyway. But I was chuffed to. I wanted to make sure it was still Breaks. I didn't want to change my tune. So I've tried to stick with what I do. Cool.
We're gonna hear some of it very, very shortly.
Yeah, I look forward to
we're gonna get you to give a few shouts out. I understand you want to say hello to a couple of people.
That's right. Yeah, that's well remembered. Yeah, I want to shout out Rufio, my little zebra, for starters.
We'll ask you about that.
The Balloonatics down in Somerset been looking after me yesterday. Big shouts to them. Big up to Vinny 100, my main man. Nick D as well. I think he's listening in. Steve Hawker, I know you're out there somewhere. Shouts to Nick Williams. Shouts to the Hectagon, the moody Hectagon. Big up everyone else. Big up everyone knows me. Everyone's been lovely to me this year, man. I've had a great year.
Cool. Well, mate, I'm sure 2009.
Oh, hang on. I need to shout
Sorry.
out. I need to shout out because this is where it all started. I need to give an absolutely massive props to Adam and Sydney delivering Christmas trees right now, spreading the Christmas love.
Nice. Christmas in Sydney is not the same as it is over here. Trust me, I've been there. It's weird. You're in shorts, you're roasting hot, and you're eating prawns.
It's not right, is it? It's not right.
Cool. Okay, well, listen, we're going to get everyone's dying to hear some of this new album. Merka Making Do, mate. Thank you very much for coming down again.
Thanks for having me again, Jay. I really appreciate
mate,
it.
Let's get you behind the decks.
Cool, man.
All right.